All right, hey everybody. We are live here with Level with You Livecast. I'm joined by Marco and also Josh, who's voice only today, as usual. Thank you guys for joining me.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, doing well, and it's great to be here with both of you guys. We're going to talk a bit about the games that we've been playing over the coronavirus crisis. Um, Before we start the stream today, though, I wanted to say a few words in support of you know all the brave folks who are out there speaking up and seeking social justice and racial equality. You know, we believe that games are about bringing people together and about bridging the divisions between us. So, in our hobby, we have a real opportunity to reach people and find common ground. And anyway, I just want to say that we stand with you and that we want to do what we can. So, anyway, um, I don't want to bog down our or to dour the mood too much, but we are at a
I don't think
real
it's dowering the mood, right? But
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's something that has to be said,
it
right?
is. We're in a real volatile position right now, and
Yeah,
anyway, our hearts go out to everybody that's out there. So
right. So I
uh,
want to ask all of you how you all are doing, right?
yeah,
Like, how are you, Josh? How are you, Brad? How are you, chat? Um, Carpe Guitarum says that they have a Yomi match soon, but this should be fun. Hopefully, it is fun. Um, you know, at the end of the day, this is a stream where we can get to hang out, talk about some stuff, talk about the games we've been playing.
yeah, we want to talk to
So
you.
yeah, talk to you, not just me and Josh and Brad, but also you in the chat. Hello, George. Greetings as well.
Oh,
So let me talk about how cool I am. I'm pretty fine, doing good. Mostly been playing video games to,
mostly
I guess,
Monster
kind of ease
Train,
myself
right?
off. You've got me.
I think
You've got
everybody in the
me.
world is playing Monster Train right now.
Simultaneously,
Yes.
right? Um, Monster Train is really fun. It's so for people who don't know, Monster Train is a like deck building roguelike game. Uh, but what really makes it interesting is that it's also like a pseudo tower defense, right?
Yeah.
So you have units, you have spells, you play units to one of three floors. Enemies enter through the bottom floor, and every turn they ascend a floor at a time. So it's kind of like tower defense meets an auto battler meets a deck building RPG, which is really, really interesting. It also has like 5 classes, and you can duo class. Sorry, you must duo class, right? So you have to pick a primary class and a secondary class, and that kind of dictates the cards you can get. So,
Yeah.
more than a lot of the other deck building RPGs out there, there's way more combinations
I
for what you
yeah.
can play.
I've only just started scratching the surface of this game, but I got it based on your recommendation, Marco, and I've been playing it for the past 2 days. And I'm really enjoying it so far. There's a lot of dimensions to the game, which makes it a lot more interesting than, say, Slay the Spire in terms of what the classes can do, in terms of what kind
Exactly.
of builds you can achieve. At the same time,
Right.
I wonder is the final boss always some flavor of Seraph, and are the three bosses always the same, or does it get to change up as your Covenant level goes up?
So no, as far as I know, I'm on like Covenant 12 or 11 or something.
Hmm.
Um, the three major bosses are always the same. It's just that they have different modifiers each
Hmm.
time you fight them.
Okay.
So you'll always fight Daedalus, you'll always fight Fel, and you'll always fight Seraph. But each of them have different effects, which changes their
Hmm.
boss fight significantly, I think. So sometimes Daedalus summons things with damage shield, sometimes they double attack, sometimes killing something during Daedalus's boss fight damages your front character by 1 each time you kill something. So they're the same boss fundamentally, but the slight status changes
Hmm. I
make
see.
the boss is interesting.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Alex says that they've been doing well in playing Animal Crossing.
I
Yeah,
have been playing a
I
lot
think
of Animal
I think
Crossing myself. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
not as
really
much as my
funny because
wife, but
Animal Crossing.
yeah.
Well, how many hours has Linda sunk into Animal Crossing?
A good number. She's this is her first Animal Crossing game. She's not played Animal Crossing before,
Oh,
so it's this is her first entry into the series. Yeah,
wow, wow! It's always a joy when somebody finds out about a new game,
yeah.
especially one that they end up enjoying, right? Um,
Hmm.
but enough of us, Brad. We've been talking. We two heads over here have been talking.
Yes, these
Josh,
talking
what have you
heads.
been doing?
Besides
These
working,
talking. Well,
I've
it's called gaming talk. What have you been
what
gaming then?
what little time I get, I've been playing a lot of Overcooked 2 weekends, and I've also been playing a lot of Machikoro Legacy, trying to get through the campaign.
What's
Machikoro. Machikoro Legacy always blows my mind because you just wouldn't expect it to have a legacy
so?
mode.
Do you remember there's in our Board Game Geek pack for Millennium Blades, we made a Machikoro
Fishy Boat
parody.
Legacy.
And then we
Yeah.
made a legacy version because we're like, what's the game that's not going to get a legacy version that we can safely make fun of? And we
You
and
made a
lo and
mistake.
behold, yeah, as soon as we made it, it was announced. So
Oh,
Yeah, it's
it
pretty
was
crazy
wild.
timing.
yeah, we got to make
For
that
people who
Pixel
don't know,
Tactics legacy that we talked about.
Pixel Tactics Legacy would be really interesting, right? Like
I
you
know
could upgrade your cards. You could create your own custom card and then sticker the Vanguard flank and rear abilities
it's kind
onto
of
it.
custom made for it because there's all just little all these little things on it. Or I mean, like it's custom made for the little bops to stick into the different boxes. So yeah,
Yes, that would be really cool. Um, George says that his fiance and he or they have moved on from Animal Crossing to No Man's Sky. Interesting.
I've wanted to play No Man's Sky. I've heard that it's good now. I played it for a little bit when it
Oh,
first came out, and I haven't touched it much since.
right. I heard it was a disappointment, so I didn't touch it ever. Not that I could ever play No Man's Sky, because I have motion sickness problems.
Hmm.
So Josh, how's Machikoro Legacy? Do not spoil any of the story, I guess, but like,
There's a little underlying story to it. It's interesting, I'll say.
Uh-huh.
I haven't finished it
okay.
yet, so I don't get any conclusive statements. But there have been a couple of interesting mechanics. But at the end of the day, it's Machikoro, right? If you like Machikoro, it's the kind of thing for you. If you don't, you're probably not going to be super jazzed by Legacy. It
How
adds
many
the
cards have you
Legacy
had
adds
to
a
rip
bit,
up?
but not like a ton. How many
How many
what?
cards have you had to rip up?
Oh, none yet.
None
It's
yet.
a complete.
Ooh.
By the end of the game, it's still completely playable. It's all modular
Yeah.
stuff, so you can reset your game to the start if you want.
It's
I don't think
always it's
anything's
Ah,
always
destroyed.
zombies, Carpe. It's always zombies.
Yeah.
It's been zombies in
it's
like
always
three games.
zombies.
It's been
Machikoro.
zombies in like three legacy games now.
There's no
It
zombies
was
yet.
it was zombies
Watch.
in it was zombies in Pand in no in
Pandemic.
no in Risk Legacy, and then there were zombies in Seafall, and then there were zombies in Pandemic, and yeah, zombies.
I mean, Machikoro
Zombie.
Legacy's the story is based off Princess Kaguya, right? The old tale.
Oh, is it?
So
Okay, I
I
didn't
can
know
say
that.
Princess Kaguya's a
there's no
zombie.
zombies. No,
But
she's
well,
not.
what if that's the twist? I don't know,
Yeah.
I
man.
mean, maybe there's 2 games left. Maybe
Oh
she'll
yeah,
return to be
and
a
the
zombie
Forever
in
King
game
is a
9 or
body
10.
snatcher. Spoiler alert.
I see. And Machikoro is people. Machikoro is people. Okay. It's been me. It's been Josh. Brad, what have you been up to?
I have been playing a lot of Mega Man. I got the Mega Man Legacy collections. I'm playing through 7 and 8
Wow.
now, which I missed back when I was younger. So it's I've been asked by Jasco Games to help rework the Mega Man board game, and so that's sort of been my side project, playing through the old Mega Man games
Are
so that I can do that. I mean, they've said this
are
publicly.
we just
I was gonna say, can we
okay?
talk about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's been
Are we
said
just dropping this
publicly
on people now?
that we're working
All
on it.
right.
Um,
All right. Okay.
so
Cool.
that's something that I've been working on in my spare time for the past few weeks, and that I think we're making really good progress on. I quite enjoy that.
Mega Man
Um,
Legacy.
it's not a legacy game. No, no.
And there are ghosts that get into your game due to the Forever King. Who knows, man? Who
Yep,
knows?
yep.
Like, quite honestly, Mega Man is one of my favorite franchises, but I'm young, especially compared to a lot of people in their office.
I mean,
So I'm
I'm
a more of a Mega
old,
Man X
and I
guy.
started with 4. So, to give you an idea of how old Mega Man is.
Yeah, that's fair. Mega Man is a really old franchise. I started with X. Mega Man X was my first game.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You're a
it
kid.
was first Mega Man game. I mean, yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, "Dang, I love Mega Man." You know. Um, oh snap! We're confirming that. Yes, we are apparently snap confirming it here. Josh, what was your introduction to the Mega Man series?
Mega Man 8 on the PlayStation 1.
Wow.
Actually, I think it's the only Mega
Wow.
game I actually own. I didn't play too much of it when I was a kid. Oh wait,
Wait,
Wait, what am I talking about? Mega Man Legends, of course. Never.
Legends,
Screw
yeah.
8. Yeah, I own Legends. I own Legends 1, 2, and Misadventures of Tron Bonne like on physical disc. So yeah, that's
wow,
been
Man,
my
that's like solid gold.
big Mega Man experience.
Well, you certainly
that's like
you
solid
didn't miss out on
gold.
the best of the series by any means.
I'm not a big platformer guy anyway, so I'm fine with just mainly played the Legends series and that's it.
Yeah. Legends is really good.
Yeah,
I would
Legends is really good.
recommend if you haven't tried it yet, try Battle Network as well. Because
Oh, I played Battle
Battle.
Network also. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Any of the RPG
right.
Mega Mans, I'm a big
Yeah.
player of, but
Battle Network is a Brad. Have you
So
tried
good.
One Step from Eden, which I
I
recommended to
haven't
Josh,
yet.
but Josh
No.
doesn't like it so much.
you should try it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I should. I should. I've
the
just
music is
been.
lit.
It's been a busy few weeks. Nowadays, I finally have my in-laws came. So my in-laws came and are taking care
Oh,
of Catherine. So I have a little more time to indulge in video games this past few days.
I see. Man, I can't believe we just confirmed Mega Man board game on stream. So like, I'm kind of still in shock.
Well, I
'Cause,
mean,
like, how much of it
it's
can we talk about?
I can talk about what I've done so far with it, or what our plans are for it, but it's all unconfirmed. It's all really early speculation. Jasco has said they're not, it's not a problem that we talk about it, but they don't want us to raise everybody's hopes because they're still seeking permission from Capcom for the rework. So they've engaged us to do the rework, but they're still working on, the other side of that, which is getting Capcom to approve the rework. So we'll see
Right, so
what
it's still kind of up in the
happens.
air.
Yeah, it's still very up in the air, and we don't want to give people false hopes about what it's going to be. But the core idea of like build your own Mega Man game, choose 8 robot masters and a Wily Castle, build and then cooperatively go through this game that you've built yourselves. That's the core premise of the game, and that's what we want to keep with as we go forward. Mega Man reskin
So
of Seventh
Alex
Cross
asked,
confirmed. Not exactly. No,
maybe
it's not quite.
it's really hard to reskin Seventh Cross given how Seventh Cross is,
It's pretty
right?
integrated with the
Because you'd
with the
have
game.
to change,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd have to change the lore completely. Alex asks, do the Capcom versus games count as Mega Man games? Not all of them. Is Rock in all of the Capcom versus games?
He's in Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. I think so. I think so.
I know he's in two.
And then Zero's in
He's not
three.
in Zero's in three. Okay, fair. And then X in is in Infinite. So I guess that counts.
Mhm.
Um, I'm here to vicariously stir ridiculous rumors. That's third cross. How about the core premise of get Mega Man off the moon instead? I'm not
Oh,
sure what the joke.
it's the Legends 3 thing.
Oh,
Ah, I don't.
yeah.
I,
As
I
I mean,
So it's
we'd
stuck at
all
the
love
moon
Legends 3, but I
and
think it's
2.
I think it's gone. They're if they do another Mega Man RPG,
I don't know, man. They've been doing remakes of games like 20 years old recently. Like anything can happen.
remakes maybe, but a new game in a series that old is unlikely. That's like Mega Man X9. Like we're probably not going to see that because they've already
I don't know.
branched
All
this.
that
They just branched the series into ZX instead. So what you probably will see is a Legends spin-off that starts from ground zero that is effectively Legends 3 if they do it. But it'll be
Mega Man
it'll be the
Legends
first
X.
game. Yeah, it'll be like Mega Man Legends X or something, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, legends never die, so maybe hopefully we'll get something out of it
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
eventually.
Looking forward to the rumored Battle Network gotcha game. You're speaking my language. All you
Oh
need
my
now is to add
gosh.
fidget spinners.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh my gosh.
You knew it?
You're a
You knew?
monster,
Okay.
Marco.
I'm a monster. How dare you? I've also been playing another game, which kind of feels like a gotcha game sometimes. I've been playing a lot of Temtem, a disgusting amount of Temtem. So for people who don't know, Temtem is a monster collection RPG game that is an MMO. For all intents and purposes, it is basically off-brand Pokemon, the MMO, and it's amazing. I like it. Josh doesn't necessarily like it. I understand why, but
I mean, the
Seems to be a
Pokemon
pattern.
DLC is coming out at the end of the month, Marco. So get your Temtem done while you can.
What's coming out at the end of the month?
The first Pokemon DLC for Swordboard
Oh,
comes out at the end of June, supposedly.
I
do
see.
people just call Sword and Shield sword board?
I don't know. That's what I call it. I don't know. If it's actually,
No!
I don't know if it's a thing or if it's just fetch or whatever.
Huh.
Right. There are several Mega Man X gotcha games, and it's awful. Yes, but Mega Man Battle Network is like built to be a gotcha game, right?
Yeah.
There are cards literally in Mega Man
I
Battle
mean, they
Network.
did 3 versions
So
of Star Force, right?
that's fair, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they
Like-
were
like-
like
like-
red.
like-
They were like red, blue, green, I think. So,
Right.
yeah.
Star Force is pretty lit too. I
never got to
didn't
play that
necessarily
one.
like the 3D transition.
I stopped playing when Star Force came out.
No, I played the Star Force games. They're pretty cool. They introduced a mechanic that I really enjoyed in that game, which was the fact that you had essentially like an X armor transformation, which was really cool, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not a thing, Josh.
So I gotta ask the chat because I really want to play Mega Man Powered Up, the remake of Mega Man 1. But as far as my
On PSP?
research, yeah, it was only PSP, and I'm wondering if they ported it to any other systems yet because I couldn't find it in the Switch store. But this is a game I want to play, and I'm having trouble getting a copy of it.
Yeah, so if people can tell us or
Yeah,
illuminate
if
us,
you
please
know
say.
where a modern person in 2020 can go to play Mega Man Powered Up, let me know.
It's a good game, Brad. One of my favorite things about Powered Up is that you can make custom levels of your own,
Oh, really?
and you can play every robot master.
Mhm.
So you could play as like Cutman, Gutsman, Oilman. Oilman is a new character they introduced.
Yeah, and Time Man too.
Um,
And as
Time Man as well,
and as
yeah.
Roll and as Proto Man. But the and they
Yes.
were supposed to do Powered Up too, but they made the terrible move of putting it on PSP, and so it didn't sell very well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think so, but emulation's kind of a thing.
Emulation.
How are you guys about emulation?
Emulation is kind of a thing, but
Illegal, right?
I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing if you just cannot play a game, right? I feel like it's a little bit different. But yeah, obviously, I don't want to go pirate games that are available right now. But if it's like this game is not on sale, it's basically dead. I can't find it anywhere. That's a little bit grayer to me, in my mind.
I see.
But anyway, I think that I'm probably not going to emulate because A, I'm on Mac, and B, this is my work machine. So,
Yeah, I'm on Mac and B. That's my work. I like it. Akir says he has it, Brad.
oh, Kier has it. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll just borrow it from Kier at the office. See, this is the power
Right.
of crowdsourcing. You can find out the people you already knew and see every day. had what you were looking for all along.
The real treasure was the friends we had all this time,
Yeah,
right?
the real treasure was the friends we had from the very beginning.
Yeah, we didn't even need to go on this adventure. Maverick Hunter X was also fun. They moved the power up capsules. Maverick Hunter X was mwah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love playing Vile in Maverick Hunter X. Vile was so fun to play as. Uh,
That's another one of those
gosh,
things that,
like
as I've been doing research, I've learned that there's a much better version of X that I don't have, and it kind of saddens me. But
dude, you get to play Vile, and Vile plays like so differently from X. It's so fun.
is he kind of
He
like,
has an entirely
yeah, where he
yeah.
mix and matches weapons together to build a loadout?
So he basically builds a loadout, but more than that is that Vile has weapon slots, right? So he has like, he has his fist weapon, and then he has his shoulder weapon, and he has his jump or whatever. And the thing about it is that you can modify, you basically build your weapons from the ground up, right? So like Vile's fist weapon, you can make it into like you know a rocket, but you can modify the rocket so that it popcorn splits into multiple smaller rockets, right? Or you can change it so that it's like a fist attack or something. So it's like really cool. Yeah, Vile is like the best character in that game.
Anyway, we've gotten on a huge Mega Man tangent. But
Why not? Yeah, but yes.
yeah,
Um, what other games have you guys been playing? So I've been playing Temtem. I've been playing Monster Train. Oh, Josh, you've been playing. Gosh, I forgot already. What you?
Overcooked 2.
Yeah, Overcooked 2. Brad,
Yeah.
how about you?
well, I think that's really about it. I mean, yeah, Mega Man X Classic, and I got the ZX collection in anticipation of going into that. But I haven't been able to delve into it yet because I'm still going through the old ones. I mean, these days, yeah, mostly just working on games. Not as much, not as much playing games as I would like. Recently, I did play. What is it? Dark Castle. The Escape the Dark Castle. That's the one.
Escape the Dark. Is it like an escape room game?
No, it's a sort of solo dice game. Um, it's like kind of this like classic adventure book thing where that you build a deck of cards and then you flip over one. It's got some encounter that you have to resolve, and then you resolve that. You flip over the next one, and so forth until you get to the end of the deck, and then you win. But more likely you lose. I was doing a lot of this in research. So I played like Dark Souls card game. I played One Deck Dungeon. I played Escape the Dark Castle. All those like solo card game experiences. So I've been doing a lot of that in terms of
Oh,
tabletop. Unfortunately, I don't
is this in
have
preparation for Third Cross?
a little bit, yeah, and in preparation for that, and also just kind of understanding cooperative and solo games a little bit more. So general study, but also for Third Cross.
I see. I see.
Yeah,
It's because we're too used to making PvP focused games.
yeah.
We don't know how cooperation works.
That's kind of the issue, right? We did Seventh Cross, but I haven't put as much time into really doing cooperatives as I would like to have. So I think it's good research. Josh has actually been able to play a lot more tabletop games than I have, which has me a bit jealous.
Oh, yeah, because my housemate literally owns thousands of tabletop games. So
Right.
I
Chad,
try to play at least one little thing every day if I can.
Yeah, what have you guys played
any
recently?
highlights?
We've just been going, like I said, we've been going through Machikoro Legacy. Like we're just trying to. It's a 10 game legacy.
Well, scroll back,
Yeah,
roll back a little further, and tell us what else you've played.
Let me check my BGG log plays list.
Oh, the other thing I
let's
played
see.
recently, I played Inhuman Conditions, which is a two-player social deduction game. And it's based kind of loosely
Oh.
on the like the Voight Kampf test they do in Blade Runner. So one player is the inspector, the other player is either a robot or a human. And if you're a human, you're trying to,
Ah.
convince the investigator that you are a human, but you have no guidance on how to do this. If you're a robot, there's specific ticks that you have to play out, and if you do, then you get to reach over and kill the investigator and win the game. So,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
and then the investigator wins if he can stamp you correctly, a robot or human, before 3 minutes. So
Ah, interesting. So it's basically Turing test the game.
yeah, yeah,
Cool.
pretty much. And it's really cool. There's a lot of content in the box. I think it's well priced. It's just a gorgeous game.
Mm.
Alex asked, "Have you played
Oh,
Tanto Cuore and attempted to get the 10th anniversary set?" Well, I know somebody who is back for the 10th anniversary set.
Yeah, it's not like I own like every Japan anime game that's ever been made. And yeah, I've played Tanto. I own I think everything besides some promos and like the big box. It's a deck builder. It's got a slightly interesting mechanic. And if you like deck builders, you'll like Tanto.
It's pretty straightforward.
So
I would have
yeah,
difficulty getting Tanto to the table over most other deck
if
builders.
you're talking Japan anime deck builders, I would recommend Heart of Crown though.
Yeah,
It's much more
Heart
tasteful
of Crown
theme,
is a
and I
better
think the
game.
game is a
It
little more interesting.
more tasteful and just better gameplay.
why not just play Millennium Blades though? I know it's because it's a 3-hour game.
Well, it's not a
Like
deck
no
builder.
need.
It's a deck
Ironically,
constructor.
are you sure?
Uh,
It's a deck constructor. It's a game that pretends to be a deck builder, but it's not.
it's a
I
game
love it.
about
I love
building
Millennium
decks,
Blades.
which is not a deck builder.
It still blows my mind every
Yeah.
time. I love Millennium Blades. Whoever designed that is a cool guy. What
Yeah.
a what a cool guy.
Oh, Marco. Shame we'll never meet him. Who knows? Who knows? The
Yeah.
mysterious designer of Millennium Blades. It's a
The serious
secret to
designer of
everyone.
Millennium Blades and the designer of Millennium Blades Collusion. Such cool guys, you know.
Yeah.
Like God, I'll never be able to speak to them
Yeah.
ever.
We need to think about the next game in the Millennium Blades series now that we've finished Collusion.
We already have you and I both have a game like keyed up for the Millennium Blades universe. We just haven't said anything about it yet.
Oh, what was yours, Josh?
We should.
I told you already. Can I talk about it?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, of course,
nothing's
nothing's greenlit.
confirmed. Nothing's confirmed.
Disclaimer:
Nothing's
this is all
greenlit.
idea. That's nothing is green. But yeah, I have an idea that I'm working out slowly called Millennium Monsters, which is like the MMO that they play in Millennium Blades, and it's kind of like Pokemon. It's basically Temtem.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's basically Temtem and board form that has like a similar structure to Blades. You have a phase where you do all these things like dailies and get resources and stuff, and then you have like an event phase where you take all these things that you did and commit them to this kind of game. So it's similar to in that you have this two-phase structure, but like the gameplay is completely different. In theory.
Right,
Whatever
right.
that game is doesn't exist yet, but
Yeah.
it's kind of on the back burner right now while I work on other slightly more relevant projects that have not been
Right,
announced yet.
such as finishing up
as-
Bullet and getting that sent to
Yeah.
press.
I mean, yeah. Other than I to talk about other future projects that are a little closer to finished than Millennium Monsters is.
Yeah.
I
But
see.
yeah,
I
it's
see.
also the current project suite are plate like Bullet. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. We got the
Um,
final art piece for Bullet today. At least the final art
Yeah.
piece that we need for production purposes. So, so
I
we're
wonder if we
getting
can
ready
link that somewhere.
Well, we're probably gonna update the module this week. So
Yeah, look out on social
cool.
media.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
posting all the boss arts on social media over time.
yeah. So if you want to preview before we update the module, we'll go ahead and check that.
Yeah.
Our social
This
media.
this Ikolu art is very unexpected. I
It's
didn't
certainly
expect
the most abstract of
Yeah.
the boss arts. Intentionally, of
it
course.
is the most drastic change. You thought Mariel into Mecha Mary was crazy? Ooh,
Yeah.
Ikolu
No, no.
into 3 that was nice.
Yeah, it's
ooh.
quite transcendent.
It is it's really weird that we're talking about games that we want to like pitch
Yeah.
because I also have stupid games I want to pitch, but like
Well, let's
inevitably
hear yours,
it's just,
Marco.
it's just oh we need to like so we have Bullet Heart. Prepare for Bullet Ball. It doesn't have to be Bullet Ball or whatever, but
Oh,
I really want to.
sports game.
My shonen sports game needs to be made at some point.
All right.
But
I see.
hey, I need to finish it first and pitch it to Brad and have Brad say this doesn't suck, right?
Right. This is the one
so
we
we'll
talked
see.
about this on another stream. One where you are
Right.
a group of like you're actually it's the game is ongoing, but as you do moves in the game, you actually resolve you flash back into the characters' personal lives, and and you have to resolve their struggles
Yes.
and challenges, and
So
that
it's a game with
determines.
a flashback mechanic.
Yeah, that determines whether or not you make these shots or you make these passes and etc.
That's pretty amazing, actually. Okay, I'm on board with putting this in the Bullet IP.
Yeah, I think
Full on
it could certainly
anime.
work. Yeah, my pitch was a Millennium Online: The Blades of Ascendancy, which is a MOBA simulator card game where you play as a team of MOBA players playing the Millennium Blades MOBA, and you have to like build up your team's reputation, train, score sponsorships, all that kind of stuff to become champions of this MOBA game.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
All of these three, if any one of them comes out, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy boy. I love Pokemon and Temtem, so Milmon, hell yeah. MOBA, the game. I play League of Legends. Not always a satisfying experience, but hey, I've played it for over 10 years. And I like shonen sports anime, so how could I not like that? Might want to make the cards one sheet now that it's not getting constant rule changes. I'm not sure what that's in referring to, Garvin. Is that for Millennium Blades? Like, you want an entire card list for Millennium Blades?
Man,
That sounds painful. That sounds painful to make.
It's something I considered putting in collusion, but I don't know that timeframes are going to allow for something like that.
Right.
It'd be, they're
well, you
now
don't know that
I've,
they did allow. It's already at press, so timelines did not allow for something
yeah.
like that.
Right. I mean, it's something we could do, sure, maybe, but that's literally like 2,300 something cards to list.
Yeah,
so maybe if I get a bunch
80-20.
spare time, but unlikely, I would say.
But it's the 80-20 principle, right? Like, we dedicate a lot of time to this thing, but like how many people are actually going to end up using it, right?
Yeah, you've already got every card in the game, so a collector list, like because it's a standalone game, so a collector list doesn't really add a lot of value.
I think there's a fan project on BGG that already has something similar to that anyway, so that might get updated when Collusion comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So check BGG if you're interested in that kind of thing.
Garvin says no for Bullet rather than all single card items. I have no idea what this.
Yeah, I'm
a
not sure.
checklist of cards for Bullet.
No.
I mean, all the cards are listed by.
Oh, he's talking about the
Herald,
efficiency
like
of the TTS module, making them all putting all the cards on one sheet in TTS so that it loads faster.
That's unreal.
Oh,
yeah, that's something totally different. Yeah, I mean
That's
maybe when we have
totally
final cards, but we're not. We're still working on the
it
graphic
depends
design now.
on what you mean by efficient, though, because there are pros and cons to doing separate cards and one card sheet.
Yeah, Marco's a big
I won't get
proponent of
into
single
this.
cards. This is a. I sense that this is a political issue, and that we probably shouldn't get into it on stream.
Oh, okay, I won't get too deep into it. But that being said, we should be ending the stream very soon, maybe like in 5 minutes. So if you guys have any final questions to ask any of us before we go, or if you want to get our opinions on a game or something that maybe we have played, go on.
Or if
Until
you want to tell us
I'm going to talk about
crazy ideas you'd most like to see, so that we can focus our energies.
Yes. Well, it's kind of weird, right? Because those three ideas are three separate games made by three separate people, so it's not like we can all collaboratively work on one of them. Does that make sense?
I mean, that's
Right?
the thing. Like, we will collaboratively work on one of them. We only do one game at a
At some
time
point,
now.
yeah.
So if any one of these is greenlit, that's the one that we're all going to be working on. So
Yeah, that's fair.
it does that a bit.
The game still, the core game still needs to be made. Like V0.1 or whatever still needs to be made before we all start collaboratively working on it, right?
That's
Like
this
you're not
is
gonna
true.
green
Yeah.
light. You're not gonna green light a concept, right? Like I can say my sports ball anime game has flashbacks in it and all, but like you're like, okay, cool,
Greenlit.
how does that
Greenlit,
work? And
make
I'm
it
like, I
happen.
don't know. Make it happen. Like it doesn't work that way, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think the current game I'm working on that hasn't been quite green, that has already gone through like 2 or 3 different versions.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
actually, there's a couple that are on 2 or 3 different versions.
And for me,
But
I
it's
think
quite the process,
yeah.
right? That's the level of commitment you got to have, Marco. If you want to see show sports game, you gotta
Gotta
get
make
concept to
version 1.
paper.
That's the first
Like, a
step is
lot.
version
That's
1.
I know. I need to. I think my big problem when it comes
Let
to
me know.
design,
I'll
and I
work on
think,
you with it, man.
Yeah.
oh, hey, thanks.
I think we all
But
want to see
I
this
think
happen.
does everyone really want to see stupid shonen
Yes!
There's no
sports
shonen
anime?
sports board game on the market yet.
This is
I
a
wanna see
There
unique
is!
original
That's
That's
concept.
incorrect. That is completely incorrect, Josh. There
Oh,
is a
what is
shonen
there?
sports anime game. It's called, Volleyball High School. Anyway, it's Haikyuu the board game, right? Somebody made Haikyuu into a
Okay.
board game, right? So it's literally a shonen sports anime where, like, and it's not even like thinly veiled. It's super thinly veiled, right? Like there's a team called the Crows, and then they're like one of the characters can jump really high, and the other character is a really good setter on that team. And I'm like, this is definitely not Haikyuu. You know what I mean? Like, so it's very thinly veiled. Let's just say that. But yes, there is one. I did my research. So
Okay. Well,
there
one
you
is
go.
not enough. So
Yeah.
get on it, Marco.
Right. That's fair. Michael Johnson says, "Have you ever played Skullgirls, and what's the odd of a Skullgirls Exceed season?"
I've played
I
quite a
have
lot of
played
Skullgirls.
We've all played Skullgirls, right?
What's
Yeah.
the odds of
Yeah.
Skullgirls Exceed season? Yeah, I think the
Unclear.
yeah, like the future is unclear. We've talked with Lab Zero, and
Zero.
yeah, and it's been proposed in a couple of different ways, but for various reasons, no commitments have been made on either side. So maybe after we announce seasons 5 and 6, we'll have more more clout to make that deal. But at present, it just hasn't been. It hasn't been. It's not very exciting compared to seasons 5 and 6. I'll just say that.
I don't know. I'd say that's less exciting, but it's.
That's true.
you know,
Yeah,
we have seasons 5 and 6.
Yeah.
We don't have.
we don't have.
Skullgirls.
Yeah, so with seasons 5 and 6, that's yeah. So I shouldn't cast shade, but I'm very excited about 5 and 6, and I think that after that, we might be able to re-examine Skullgirls.
All right. Thinly veiled themes are best themes. Love tragedy, Looper.
Yeah, you can't can't
Yeah,
knock it.
let's can't deny. Not gonna say what it's thinly veiling for. But yeah. Before we end, I guess it's really nice to ask two things. Well, one thing, I guess. If you could just choose the next season of Exceed for apropos of nothing, what would it be?
Melty Blood.
Melty Blood is not
Yes.
a bad one.
Please get French bread.
Um, Marvel Comics.
Marvel
Marvel,
Oh, wait,
Marvel,
sorry, not Melty
Marvel
Blood, Pokemon.
Cinematic
Pokemon's
Universe.
the dream.
There we
right?
go. Marvel Cinematic
Marvel
Universe.
Pokemon. Pokemon would be interesting. You could just
Pokemon
have
is
them
my dream
evolve.
Exceed season that was never going to happen. But
Yeah.
We could do Temtem.
the normals can
the
be
Devil's
normal type
Shield.
moves.
The Devil's Advocate. It could be Temtem.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure Crema would be up for that. My ideal Exceed season would be anything Sentai. So get me Power Rangers, get me like freaking Kamen Rider. That'd be really rad. I'd be into that. Like
There's
the
some
game
Sam
lends
show.
itself. The game lends itself to that, right? Like, because the Exceed mechanic could just be them doing their henshins, right? Like,
I guess, but
come
don't they usually
on.
do that before they even start fighting? I think the Exceed
No,
mode would
if
have
you
to
do
be
Power Ra-
when the robots come out.
Well, no, in Power Rangers, they always fight in plainclothes civilian, and then they turn into the rope. Then they henshin, right?
I see.
Right. So, like in
okay.
Kamen Rider, fine. In Kamen Rider, they henshin before they fight almost every single time.
I
But
think that's more
a
the,
lot.
the
There's a
rule.
Kamen Rider. No, I'm pretty sure every Power Rangers has them fight before they henshin.
Okay.
And not every Kamen Rider though.
Maybe
like, one
this
Kamen Rider
is
does
just
it.
my childhood, because when they first came to America, the Power Rangers, they took the original Japanese show and all the scenes where they were, like not in costume were a bunch of, kids in Southern California. And then whenever they had to actually fight, they would henshin first and then play the original Japanese TV show footage of them
Yeah.
fighting with English dubs. And so, like, the film quality noticeably changed
Yeah.
between that, and there's very little, like, acrobatic combat in their pre-transform mode.
Right.
But
Right.
anyway, but also,
Exceeding into
yeah, the
yeah.
mechs, right? You got to use the mechs.
Yeah. Sorry, they're called swords.
Okay, all right.
Actually, they're called swords. But yes, I will agree that it would be cooler if they transformed into Zords. But there you
There
you
we
go.
go. There we go.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, everyone, for being with us on this episode of the Level This Livecast. Thanks for talking to us. Thanks for talking to us about games. And hopefully all of you are okay in this crazy time that we have right now. And I
Indeed.
hope all of you are doing fine.
Yeah. So
So, as usual, it's been me, your co-host, Marco DeSantos, also known as Mechanic, and with me has been my amazing co-host, President of Level 99 Games himself.
Josh Van Lanningham. Let's give a hand for Josh.
Yes,
Project.
President of Level 99 Games.
President of
A lot of
Project
responsibility.
Organization.
Project president.
Project President. An actual president.
The actual
King.
voice of reason and authority at Level 99 Games, Joshua Van Lanningham.
Can we just
That's
change your
not
title to
wrong.
actual president, Brad?
What was, my title is actual president. What show's gonna be?
Your title is actual president now.
Then Josh's title is just president, right?
Right.
So
Right.
Josh is president, and then Brad is the actual president.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Thank you guys, everyone out there. Be safe, be strong, and we'll keep on gaming over here. You guys do well out there too. So take care,
Right.
and as always, happy gaming. And don't forget your what is it? The stickers on your
Don't forget
Pixel
to stand
Tactics
up for
cards.
social justice.
Yeah, don't forget to stand up for
I
social
guess.
justice. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
very important.
All right. Take care, everyone, and good night.
Night.
See ya.